So first, we would like to present to Mrs. Jo Tong Yu, the first Secretary of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. Our second token will be given to Mr. Regan Azagarali, Senior Counsel. And our final token will be given to Ms. Corinne Prokop, President of the TTGPA. Thank you, Ms. Williams and Ms. Sandiford Monday. Now we're moving on to our remarks again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce a leader who brings both wisdom and a bit of charm to our gathering today. He arrived a bit late, but better late than never. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Neil Parsanlal, the Chairman of the National Library and Information System Authority. Round of applause, please.
I was wondering whether it was Paula who was being invited to come to speak. It's always a pleasure for me to be here, to be among librarians, to be among library staff, and to be here in Nallis. I've come to realize in my tenure as chairman that when some people ask you to do something or they tell you, can you, please, that is usually an instruction. That's not an invitation. So I thank the President of LATT for her kind invitation, aka instruction, to be here this morning. Colleagues, the challenges that the world faces, libraries must face with the world. Let me repeat that. The challenges that the world faces, libraries must face with the world. Historically, libraries have all been about access to information, and librarians have been the gatekeepers of physical books, records, and databases where that knowledge was stored. But times have changed, and the way we access information has been completely transformed by technology. With the advent of the digital era, knowledge has become more readily available and harder to control. Today, I'm sure, most of us already have information at our fingertips 24/7. As the purpose of libraries evolve, so too then must the role of librarians in the modern era. Libraries' community function, for example, has become just as important, perhaps even more so, some would argue, than their work as portals to knowledge. Librarians have found themselves acting as social workers, as teachers, as community facilitators, and even social media marketers. And I really want to commend all the various school libraries and the public libraries who have put out their Facebook pages and who tag me, as we go along. I will accept as many as I can, but you would appreciate that takes a little bit of time. These shifting expectations of librarian leadership were only accelerated by the challenges of COVID-19. Today, libraries and librarians find themselves at a place of reckoning, transform along with society, or risk fading into obsolescence. There are 6 areas, therefore, I believe, that LATT should focus on in the coming year. 1, libraries must continue to develop into accessible, inclusive learning centers. Accessible and inclusive learning centers. 2, Libraries must continue to place more emphasis on co-ownership with their communities when preserving cultural and intellectual history. Thirdly, libraries must emerge as leaders in holistic sustainability. It's not just for us to talk sustainability. Libraries must lead the way. Fourthly, libraries must become known as credible places of civic empowerment, both to foster democracy and prevent the spread of misinformation. Every day we are faced with a diet of misinformation, disinformation, fake news, and everything else that goes with it. The library must be the place where people can come for what is real, for what is authentic, and what is reliable. The fifth point is that libraries must serve as important portals to new technology and training. So when I go into the young adult library, for instance, and I see the VAR and all the technology there, I'm quite pleased with what it is I'm seeing. But NALIS is not only about the National Library building. NALIS is also about every single public library in Trinidad and Tobago. NALIS is also about every single secondary school library in Trinidad and Tobago, and every institutional library, and every other special library in Trinidad and Tobago. If there has been a focus on the National Library building alone, then let me be the first to apologize to all the librarians in the audience this morning. And the final point, I think, is that librarians, and those of us who manage libraries must continue to make important investments in their own workforce. We can't give what we don't have. And unless we begin, those of us who manage the libraries, begin to invest in our own workforces, then we will die. Over the last few months, and I really want to thank the officials from the Chinese embassy who are here with us, we've had the opportunity to become partners with the Silk Road International Library Alliance, SRILA. And there is a host of opportunity that is now available to all librarians and to all libraries through the SRILA initiative. And I'm really hoping and praying that all our librarians will begin to take access, will begin to explore what is possible in SRILA. I can tell you that from our perspective, from the perspective of the board, that we are very, very keen on ensuring that we exploit this partnership with our Chinese friends, with our friends from the Chinese embassy, to the hilt, to make sure that whatever is possible for us, and more specifically for our staff, we will accept. We've had many alliances with different libraries, different countries, and our experience with the Chinese embassy thus far through SRILA has been very, very profitable. And we've already had 2 of our librarians go off to China, and we hope that in the coming months, and certainly over the next few years, that more and more people will be able to access that training. We are in discussions with the Indian High Commission in Trinidad and Tobago, and through their initiatives as well, there are also opportunities for training for persons in Trinidad or from Trinidad and Tobago to visit India on different scholarship programs. And I really want to encourage the membership of LATT to take advantage of those as well. When that comes, we are in the process of working out those arrangements, and once that opens up, I really hope and pray that you take advantage of that. My friends, it is not my intention to be long here this morning, but simply to put on the public record my continuing thanks and appreciation for the work that is being done by the Library Association of Trinidad and Tobago. There are lots of other things that are happening. We've now had the NALIS has signed the MOU with COSTAT. So that issue of your degree and whether that is being accepted or not, we've put that to bed. So that's taken care of. That is no longer an issue. So we expect to see that more and more persons will begin to access the facilities of COSTAT to be able to do the degree. We are exploring the issue of the masters with Mona, that online portal as well. So again, because it is part of the board's vision for this particular investment in the workforce of NALIS. Every initiative that we undertake, every partnership that the board initiates or the board makes, greater use of with different countries is to ensure, in part, that you, the librarians, benefit from it. It is insufficient for us to have cultural nights where we come and we enjoy food for one night. What we would like to see is the staff of NALIS and the staff of all librarians, the membership of LATT, benefit a little more from these partnerships with the various countries. So on behalf of the board of NALIS, this is the 9th board, I am told. On behalf of the 9th board, and I really want to thank my fellow director, your representative on the board, Miss Lauren Nero. Lauren, thanks very much for being here. And I could tell you that Lauren is the only person on the board who's not appointed by the government. Yes, and we cherish that there is at least one sane voice amongst us, from time to time. Yes, so very, very sane, very, very sober voice amongst the others who have been appointed by the government. So, Lauren, we want to thank you. And El Melinda, who was the previous representative on the board, they've both done fantastic jobs. And this is something I really want to encourage the LATT executive to continue to expose as many other persons to the board. I'm not running you off the board, Lauren. You still have a ways to go in terms of your term, but we really want to encourage as many people as possible to have that exposure so you understand from the policy perspective what happens in terms of the management of libraries. Yes? So on behalf of the board, on behalf of myself, and as the chair of the 9th board of... It's a running joke in NALIS. Yeah, it's a running joke now. On behalf of the 9th board, I really want to congratulate LATT on its anniversary, on its AGM, and wish you all the best. May God continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Parson Lal. Now we would like to open the floor for all of our colleagues for any concerns or questions that you may have. Please bring them forth now. Feel free. Perhaps. Any questions, any concerns? Okay. All right. So that means we're going good then. The LATT board, everything fine, the biblio fine. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Devon, come in.
Hi, morning everybody. My name is, excuse me, Devon Latouche. The library assistant 2 attached to the Beetham Gardens Community Library. And I have a comment and a question for the association this morning. Firstly, I would like to thank and congratulate the association for all the accomplishments, all the support that is being provided to the profession. And my question is, I am currently pursuing a degree in librarianship at the UE Mona campus. And my question is, we are currently facing a few issues in terms of getting the requisite courses in order for us to, complete the degree and join the ranks of librarianship. So my question to the association is, how can you all assist us in, ensuring that requisite courses are, met, and what kind of support could you all provide for us?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Latouche. First of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Latouche for, putting himself out there to become, one, male, because, the profession is dominated by women. And I'm always happy when I meet a male librarian, I get, all excited and so on. Devon, you have a relevant question. From the Library Association's part of it, we would have reached out to Dr. Heath and, of course, the LIS department in Mona, and we understand the challenges that is happening. Subsequent to us reaching out to her, she told us to compile the list of all the students who are having the challenges, with regards to even getting responses and so on, et al. Yes, Nadine, I know that you have the challenge. Miss Edwards, Nyasha Edwards as well, another paraprofessional pursuing the profession, and many others. I know Mikkel, James, and where is Miss Austin, Renessa Austin, Miss Yuma, would have had many, many challenges, and we did some interventions. But we are working with Mona because I want you to understand their challenges as well. Because after visiting in 2022, 3, something like that around there, last year, yes, last Accurel, and having the opportunity to visit Mona campus and understanding in my day job as the Deputy Executive Director of NALIS, libraries, as Ms. Nero would have indicated, continue to struggle for funding. And notwithstanding all of that, the short answer to that is that we are now going to, I know the program director has completed the report, and once Dr. Heath is available, the executive board would sit and meet with her to see how we can compile the issues and navigate through it in a meaningful way. But I want you to continue to to pursue your degree, and knowing that you have the full support of the executive board in doing so, as we would have done. Thank you, Mr. Latouche.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ms. Williams. I just want to follow up on what was spoken about last year with media and information literacy. I want to first congratulate LATT for the third place, placing third in the Media and Information Literacy Awards. And that, I think it was at the last meeting we were talking about the possibility of a special interest group within the, I have two things, a question and a comment. A special interest group within LATT dealing with media and information literacy. We're very fortunate that the chairman of NALIS is also on the board of another institution, TTT, that deals with media literacy.
He's the chairman of OPMC. I call him the chairman of OPMC.
No, I don't. I saw it on the news maybe in terms of TTT and being on the board of directors. And certainly he did speak to just now in his remarks about fighting misinformation and disinformation and that role. So I think we're poised at a very good juncture with LATT being a member of the UNESCO MIL Alliance, and also exploring as also following up on the the comment about the partnerships with like the Silk Road Alliance. Within the UNESCO MIL Alliance is also the UNESCO University Network, which offers, and we have a number of academic librarians as well.
Yes.
So it's some food for thought in terms of perhaps exploring a special interest group within LATT dealing with it to sort of operationalize its commitment to media and information literacy, right? And it build on possible scholarship or research that when we do have the opportunity, as Dr. Renwick does, when if and when she goes to the next conference,
Yes.
to act as a spokesperson, so to speak, in terms of that sort of research thrust. Because, I have to say I'm very inspired by Mr. Pasternak, so you have to forgive me. But, in terms of, beyond the having, let's say, the partnerships in terms of having a night or an event where we come together, we now have to kind of build on terms of our story. We tell our contribution to the world and what we're doing, and the association acts as a platform for that.
Yes.
Through its constitution, which allows for a special interest group to do that. So that's my first comment.
Yes.
The second one is that in the whole information landscape, again, we're looking at what's going on in the country. We have the immigrant community coming in. Spanish, students are going to be coming into school soon. We have an array of persons here from different types of libraries, and I just think that we have to put a finger on the pulse of what's going on. Outside, even in terms of library, in terms of like copyright, in terms of what are we going to do in terms of literacy, and in terms of the libraries, and in terms of being, media and information literate. And that's where LATT has the opportunity to play that leadership role.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sherry. It's an excellent point. The chairman wanted to make a point. But before I just want to step back to Mr. Latouche's question. And I want to commend Ms. Green, because I know that it was remiss of me not to mention Ms. Green permission to speak to the meeting that you had with the Mona. I know that the executive director as well is conscious of the challenges that the students who are NALIS employees would have been facing. And I know she would have met with the university, and they are looking at treating with the issues. I do not know the details of the meeting, and was not present because I was otherwise engaged, notwithstanding, because I have a demanding boss. I know that from the LATT perspective, as well as from the NALIS perspective, where persons are employed in NALIS and pursuing their master's or their undergraduate degree, that both entities are making intervention on behalf of the students. But I want to tell you, anytime I am always available, a phone call away. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I try to make interventions wherever I can for the students. And again, in keeping with my, the executive board is saying that each one, recruit one. It is important that we continue to build on the body of library and information professionals. We cannot just sit and say that we are librarians and then what? So we would have had the Jessies, the Michaels, the Renessas, and the Devons and so on, and of course the Nadine from Custard and so on. I am saying that we have to continue to encourage our professionals, give them that support that is critical. Make it sound good, even though sometimes you don't feel good about your profession, and it happens. But the reality is we have to continue to put persons into the body to continue the work. Hadn't, former campus librarian and former president Jennifer Joseph, hadn't she poured into persons like myself, Ms. Gonzalez, and continue to encourage persons like Susan Sandiford when I met her, and she said, listen, the library is the best place. Where are you going, Gil? Because my intention wasn't to stay, for sure. But I am here. I wouldn't date myself 30-something years later. And very passionate. I will take you down in a second if you criticize what librarians bring to the table. For sure. Okay? So, Mr. Pasternak, sorry, I know I was, once I get on a stage, you have to tell me time out, but the chairman wants to comment on his biggest fan in NALIS, Ms. Sherry. So.
Well, I get a little scared when I get that threat. that she will take everybody down in a minute. Because there's a saying in Jamaica, you're little but you're talawa. Your library, your LATT, president. I just wanted to make the point, and thanks to busting my files, Maria. Yes, I have been appointed the chairman of TTT. But that was part of that, or part of the reasoning behind that was because of what NALIS is and what NALIS can do. There are some synergies between NALIS, TTT, and in fact the archives. My appointment to chair the board of TTT was a means of bringing the synergies together so that we understand what we have here at NALIS, we understand the stories that are reposed in the material that we have. We understand what is here, we understand what is at the archives, and what we now have is material that can now be converted into productions. And whether you agree, there's sometimes there's method in the madness of government. So that was the purpose behind me, the one person being chairman of both TTT or NALIS and TTT. So rest assured that we will be coming, the chairman of TTT will be coming to the chair of NALIS to make representation. To make representation in terms of what is the material you have here, what are the collections you have here that TTT can now convert into actual productions so that all of this material now becomes available to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah? And now that we also have access to the National Archives, we bring all of that so we can tell our own stories. Yes? So, thanks very much.
Okay. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all persons who gave their questions, who gave their comments, who shared their concerns. We truly appreciate it. Now, I don't know if it is the two persons in line who was because we are hungry, or if it is the LATT board is doing such an excellent job. But I will take it to be the latter. I will take it like that. Thank you. So, moving on to our presentation of awards. Today, we come together to celebrate the outstanding achievements and leadership in the field of library and information services in Trinidad and Tobago. These awards recognize individuals whose dedication and innovation have significantly impacted our community. We felt the need to share this list of awards for our 60th annual anniversary, awards general meeting. Yes, sorry, title. Because we truly wanted to give back to persons who have made an impact in the field of library and information services. So without further ado, I would like to announce Mr. Parson-Lal, who will invite Mr. Parson-Lal to distribute the first set of awards.
As I do so, let me apologize for the Honorable Minister who was invited and who had all intentions to be here to join in this part, but has been detained in another place.
So firstly, we honor the recipients of the Library Association of Trinidad and Tobago Excellence Award, individuals who have made exceptional contributions to the field of library and information services. First, and not least of never, is Dr. Charmaine Renwick, former president of LATT as well as campus librarian at UWI. Miss Maria Sherry, Librarian 4 in the Special Libraries Division of NALIS. Round of applause, please.
And this award to Ms. Sherry is because of her continuous and, situated approach to ensuring the visibility of media and information literacy to the professionals and measuring of the areas when we go through those motions. She's very, very passionate about this and has been since I had known Maria over 20 years. There's one message that she continued to push forward. And yes, Maria, we will be asking, and it's an opportunity for us to ask for persons to volunteer to be a part of that special interest group, persons in the room. So thank you. Let's give her another round of applause, please.
Next, Mr. Ray Garnish Singh, Librarian at University of the West Indies. I would like to also highlight Ray, who was a consistent contributor to our Biblio, and he always shares really interesting insights. Thank you, Ray. Next, even though she may be absent, Ms. Kumari Ramthahal, former president of LATT. In her absence, please give her a round of applause. And finally, in this category, Ms. Susan Sandiford. She is the chief librarian at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Oh. After, yeah. I would just like to briefly apologize. Ms. Kumari Ramthahal was the past president of ACRIL, not LATT. I sincerely apologize. Next, we acknowledge the recipients of the LATT Outstanding Service Award. Yes. We would like to invite, thank you, Mr. Parson-Lal, for your service. You were awesome as per usual. And next, we would like to invite another charismatic gentleman, Mr. Reagan Ascarali, to present our another set of awards. This award, this category of awards, is for the recipients of the LATT Outstanding Service Award for individuals who have demonstrated exemplary dedication and service in the field. And now I would like to proudly announce Ms. Joan Osborne, former director of NALIS, executive director of NALIS. Dead. No. Next, we have Ms. Jennifer Joseph, former president of LATT as well as campus librarian at the University of the West Indies. Thank you, Mr. Azagarali, for your service and assistance. Next, we would like to call Ms. Zhu Townziu, our first Secretary of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, to present the other category of awards. Now, these persons who I will be calling soon are recipients of the LATT Outstanding Service Award for their dedicated service on the NALIS board, representing LATT with distinction. First of all, I'd like to call, well, in her absence still, Ms. Linda Lara, I apologize, in her absence, former president of LATT. And next, Ms. Lorraine Nero, our current representative on the NALIS board. Continuing higher. Thank you, Ms. Zhou, for your assistance. Now I would like to call Ms. Corinne Prokop, President of the TTGPA, to present our final category of awards. Please give a round of applause. Now, within this category, we recognize the recipients of the LATT Leadership Award for persons who have showed exceptional leadership in advancing library and information services. So, without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Ms. Paula Green, Executive Director of NALIS. And finally, in his absence, we would like to congratulate Mr. Frank Sudin, Campus Librarian at UWI. And again, thank you, Ms. Prokop, for your assistance. Now, finally, we would like to honor Ms. Avril Belfon, who is a government archivist at the National Archives, with the LATT Leadership Award for Outstanding Leadership in Archival Services, preserving our cultural heritage for future generations. Now, please join us in congratulating these remarkable individuals for their achievements and contributions to our profession. Their leadership truly serves as an inspiration for us all. Please give them a final round of applause.
I'm just asking that all the awardees with their lovely tokens, expensive tokens, I want to add, please, can we meet for a group photo at the front, and can the chairman and the guest speakers please be a part of that photo for our press release? Yes, and hopefully for airing on TTT's. I am blowing a dog whistle as we speak. Yes. Yes, but the intrepid MC will continue with the program quickly.
So we'd like to now close off with a brief vote of thanks to all our specially invited guests, Ms. Zhu Tongyu, Mr. Regan Askarali, Senior Counsel, Ms. Corinne Prokop, as well as Mr. Neil Parsalal. Thank you for giving us of your time. We truly, truly appreciate it. Also, I would like to thank Ms. Natalie Walters for her decoration As you all can see, these plants are lovely, and it's much appreciated. Sorry. I would also like to thank Island Portions of Terrell Daniel and Stacy Simmons, who are providing the refreshments that you all will be getting after you all exit the AV room. It's right outside. Truly enjoy it. They are masters of their art. I would also like to thank our volunteers, including Miss Leanne George, Miss Andrea Charles, Miss Shana Lala, Kelly Williams, Sharon Savitri, and our analysis, PR and marketing department, our information networks division, as well as Kareem D'Souza for his photos, some of which I hope to receive. I'd like to say thank you. I'd also like to put out our final thanks to all our contributors to our upcoming Biblio. I mean, this is something that is truly close to my heart because not only am I a library information professional, I also have a little bit of background in PR and marketing. So the Biblio is something that I truly enjoy doing. I would like to ask all persons, please continue to contribute. I mean, I know sometimes you all are afraid and think that, it might not mix and match. It doesn't matter. It will fit. Okay, so please feel free to call me. My number is on the email. Right, with any concerns, with any questions, any little thing that you all may have. I know we also have smaller issues with persons not receiving emails. So for your colleagues who have any small issues, please let them know that we are here to assist. Right, so again, I would like to thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed our 60th annual general meeting. Please enjoy your refreshments. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, a final announcement, please, before you all leave. We have merchandise outside which lovingly demonstrates our new logo. Please purchase, whether it's cash, whether it's online banking, please purchase. They are actually nice. You would spend your money and it will be worth it. Okay? Thank you. All our bodies, please come to the front to take our photo. Thank you. What's up? Where you want? Where you want? Hi everyone. On behalf of the photographer, please, we'd like to have your bodies on the stairs.